3 weeks after getting traded, D'Angelo Russell was back in LA, and LeBron James was noticeably hyped, defending D'Lo like it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We haven't seen Bron in a stance like this in 10 plus years. Had a dunk of the year over D'Lo, and when they collided, Russell fell, Bron acts like he didn't see a thing. They were teammates 3 weeks ago. Why is LeBron so cold? But then, a 1-point game at the end. D'Lo could get his revenge with the triple, but he misses. And to avoid shaking hands, Bron just heads straight to the locker room. D'Lo dapping up Austin Reeves, his other old teammates. Where is LeBron? But the really sad thing about this, D'Lo might be the biggest LeBron fan in the entire NBA. Do you remember how emotional he got when he watched Bron play for the first time as a kid?
You know, he did that signature dunk. I remember crying. I remember crying vividly, and that was when I was like, this is where I want to be. So he's inspired me without even knowing it.
And now he's breaking his heart without even knowing it. So it's no surprise that a few games later, after playing great, D'Lo threw a little shade on LeBron and the Lakers.
Dude, I'll never take being able to play free basketball like this for granted again. This is a style and a play that obviously we got the best performance team as well. They keep guys fresh, they keep guys in shape.
Yeah, this is free basketball. Forget being held back by LeBron. So what happened between these two? But I've been shaving with my new Dollar Shave Club kit, and for some reason I'm hearing their catchphrase everywhere. Hello, handsome, nice face you shaved there. I tell people thanks, but despite the awkward comments, the razor is amazing. The Club Series 6 razor, a close, comfortable shave with vitamin E infused strip, so sweet. And I personally need this post-shave do. For some reason, I've got sensitive skin, and this stuff relieves any post-shave irritation or redness. Hydrated skin feels great. Plus, I recently switched from the heavy metal to the Club Series Diamond Grip handle, which is super clingy in a good way. And the best part is Dollar Shave Club products are now available everywhere, so you can order from their website, Amazon, or you can get them at a favorite retailer near you. But don't take my word for it, try it for yourself. You can visit their site right now for 20% off, 20 bucks or more, and get your products delivered right to your door. Just visit dollarshaveclub.com/amhoops and use promo code AMHOOPS for 20% off of 20 bucks or more. And remember, however you shave, Dollar Shave Club is there to help you stay handsome. Well, it starts when D'Lo got back to the Lakers. Obviously, he was drafted to them in 2015. Russell had to play with another alpha, Kobe Bryant, but 2 years later got dealt to Brooklyn after ratting on Nick Young for cheating on his girl. Magic Johnson said at the time, "D'Angelo is an excellent player. We want to thank him for what he did for us, but what I needed was a leader." Dude, kid is getting ripped by legends like every day. But this LeBron thing started when he came back to the Lakers in 2023. At the time, LA was in 13th place, but D'Lo was great. Scored 17 a night with 6 assists down the stretch, 41% from 3. LA snuck into the playoffs as the 7th seed, but in the biggest moment, he got exposed. The Denver Nuggets would hunt D'Lo on defense and score on him every time. But maybe it was a fluke. Maybe with one more chance, D'Lo could bring that regular season success to the biggest games. And sure enough, last year, amazing. The Lakers don't even make the playoffs without D'Angelo Russell. He was one of just 5 elite guys last year with at least 18 points, 6 assists, and 3 made threes in the regular season. Without LeBron and AD, dropped 44 on the Milwaukee Bucks. Upset the champion Celtics. But round 1 against the Nuggets had one of the worst series of his life. When the Lakers needed him most, again. Games 3 and 5, a combined 2 for 16 from 3. It was at that point that I think LeBron was done with D'Angelo Russell, because he doesn't care how cool you are off the court or in the locker room, or how much fans love you. Like, remember in Cleveland when they traded for Isaiah Thomas, but he was washed? Right before the trade deadline, LeBron hit a big game winner in overtime, straight ignored little IT in the celebration. It was gold, but it was a message to the front office. Get this guy off my team. Sure enough, one day later, IT was traded. Bron cannot stand guys whose game he does not respect. And if you think he respected D'Lo's game, yeah, close game here. LA gets the steal, easy 2-on-1 break, but D'Lo blows the bunny And look at LeBron stare him down. Or overtime here, they need a bucket. D'Lo just not on the same page. And LeBron at that point was like, oh my God, this is Isaiah Thomas all over again. Dwight Howard knows.
Let GM made the decision. Let GM said it's enough.
So what is going to happen next with D'Angelo Russell? Remember, this exact same thing also happened to him on the Timberwolves. They were down late in Game 6 against Memphis. Biggest game of the year. D'Lo gets benched for his backup, Jordan McLaughlin, and afterward he said, you know, I felt like I was being held back there, honestly. I just felt like I had to be the third option. Some nights I was a little more aggressive, but, you know, I was being held back. Really, yeah, it's a pattern for him. He's good in the regular season, fails in the playoffs, and then blames the team afterward. It's because one-way stars get exposed in the postseason when the best NBA defenses can plan for you every single night. So what contender is going to look at D'Angelo Russell at this point and say, you know what we're missing is that guy? Nobody. So I think he's probably going to get a $7 or $8 million a year deal on a crap team like the Wizards or Nets. Right now, D'Lo is in a contract year. He is expecting double-digit millions. At one point, I heard max thrown out there. There's going to be a lot of like frustration and depression and wild quotes coming out from D'Angelo Russell this offseason as he comes to terms with what the rest of the NBA thinks of him at this point of his career. Kind of like Jordan Poole 2.0. Like that's what D'Lo has turned into. And is that what he means by playing with freedom? Does he like being free in Brooklyn because they're a team with no expectations? I mean, maybe he just likes to have the ball, get buckets, and cash $1 million checks. And actually, I don't blame him. That sounds like a pretty sweet life. But the days of D'Lo being a star in the NBA are absolutely done, and LeBron James knows that. He doesn't want it anywhere near him. And he wanted D'Lo to feel that in LA the other day. LeBron played it like it was Game 7 to put D'Lo in his place. It's cold-hearted, but it's true. So what can LeBron do at this point? Like, is getting rid of D'Angelo Russell going to make that big of a difference? Well, they traded D'Angelo Russell and Maxwell Lewis in 3 seconds for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, but that is not close to enough. They need a huge swing. But are the Lakers going to do that? Because for 3 straight trade windows, Rob Pelinka has done nothing. 23 offseason, 24 deadline, 24 offseason. And LeBron is losing patience. Like every year, he throws some passive-aggressive fit about making a trade. Remember last year, he showed up to a Knicks game wearing Knicks colors and did the postgame with a Knicks towel over his shoulders like, oh, I might join the Knicks if you guys aren't careful. And this year, he's already doing it again. You know, that's just how our team's constructed. We don't have room for error. That is how our team's constructed. We have to play close to perfect basketball. Yeah, we get the message, LeBron. He's basically telling the front office, get me help right now. And what do they need? They need wing defense, ball handling, and a backup center. But very few people think that they are going to mortgage their future to help this average basketball team. And I know it sounds crazy, and everybody loves Steph Curry for saying not to mortgage the future. But why not? Like, what is the point of having LeBron James? They're just gonna roll out a mediocre team and guarantee a loss? Well, at that point, you might as well just trade LeBron, right? And AD and get this rebuild started quicker. But they would never do that. So go all in. The worst thing they could do is nothing, because you're not going to rebuild by trading LeBron and AD. And you're not going to go all in to get them help. You're just wasting years. So I can see why LeBron is very upset right now, but it sucks for D'Lo that he took it out all on him. But speaking of superstar trades, Kevin Durant is the name everyone's going to be talking about soon, because even if the Suns do pull off this Jimmy Butler trade, it'll be really tough for them to win in this Western Conference. So Durant has a decision to make this offseason. If he doesn't re-sign, it'll be KD watch around the NBA, and I looked at where he could go next.